So, PCA is a way of reducing the amount of information in a set of data that later on, with some set instructions, you can decompress. Now, it's more complicated than that, but then I'm going to describe. But it makes a bunch of vectors, which are like a list of numbers, and it has a bunch of them. So, like maybe compress the data into like 30 different vectors. And the first vector contains the most information. The second vector, the second most information, and so on, in what can be very rapidly decreasing. So then if you throw away all the other vectors, and except for the first vector, you lose the least amount of information. Now, if you then take this, and this gives an order to the amount of information that's important, and then every other bit you send to one computer, and every other bit you send to another one, going down the list of the vectors. And then afterwards, sending it, you also put them through some sort of cryptography algorithm. Well, you've almost sent exactly the same amount of information to either computers, but there's no, you've gone rid of most of the pattern because each computer contains about half the information in a somewhat random sequence, making it much harder to break open with just one of it. So if you break open one of them, even if you decode one of them that went to one computer, that really does not give you any useful information. It's all gibberish. Just some idea there. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. It will help the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year and 4,000 watch hours, which is really hard, but you help, I think, can do it. Again, thank you much. Goodbye.